Yo, basically, this is why Summers is the GOAT. This is my video. I'm breaking down why Summers is the greatest, musical artist of all time. You know what I'm saying? Let's really get into it. I just wanted to give a little warning. There will be extreme glaze in this video. Like, extreme glaze. Like, I'm about to be slobbing Summers. And, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Um, I just, I absolutely fumbled. I don't even know if I fumbled. I just got blocked by the straight generational baddie, bro. Like just absolute 11 out of 10, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's alright. But ball up top, as they say. Um, so let's get into it. Now, basically, in my opinion, one of the best metric for measuring an artist's you know what I mean, greatness is the replayability of their albums. You know what I mean? Because it's like a couple of different types of albums, but really the main ones, in my opinion, are um, you know, ones that you could listen to once and you could be like, all right, you know what, this is cool. I really I see the vision, I kinda like it. And that can be seen and obviously this is very subjective, but for me personally that can be seen with albums like Museum Music by Edward Skeletrix. I thought it was good. I kind of saw the vision, but I don't think I could just cut that on the in the car. You know what I mean? I couldn't be on my way to school, listening to that. You know what I mean? And this is the category where I really feel like Summers excels in. His albums and specifically his the midpoint in his career, his albums, Nothing More, Nothing Less, What We Have, Revived, those are albums with insane replayability. And that's really rare for a lot of artists. A lot of artists can't get that. Like you know what I mean? I've gone through many different stages with, the types of artists I like and types of albums I'll be listening to because I don't really make playlists. I haven't made one in like at least I think at this point 8 months. I mostly just listen to albums. So for example, you take an album like Badass Fucking Kid. I thought it was a really solid album. I was able to listen to it for a little month, I think, something like that. And it was I really enjoyed a lot of the songs. I really enjoyed everything, but I just can't cut it on. I just can't listen to the whole thing. Maybe not in the same way that I could with Nothing More, Nothing Less. And maybe it's definitely a personal thing because all music is subjective, but you know, yeah. Hopefully, I got my point across. I don't really have a script or anything. I'm just kind of going off dome. But yeah, that's really, I feel personally, Summer's best, category for where he excels the most. And his next is just lyricism and what he kind of raps about. And with the three aforementioned albums, Nothing More, Nothing Less, What We Have, and Revive, he you know what I mean? He poured his heart out into these albums. These are some straight masterpieces, bro. And I feel to a certain extent it even translates. I remember I played it for my auntie and uncle. And my uncle he was kind of vibing with it too. And so I was like, hey, and my uncle doesn't even like he doesn't even like that type of music. Like, but he was still like recognizing game, and like that's when I was like, yo, it's- Summers is really. I mean, he's really great. Like I knew he was like that, but like he's really crazy. Like he really like goes crazy like that, and you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like obviously that's not like unique to Summers in any real like way, kinda. Um, because it's still very very subjective, but I feel like it's partially due to the fact that Summers he didn't he was like one of like the founders of plugin B. I was about to say he didn't create it, but he was you know what I'm saying. He really like took it and like shaped it into his own, which a lot of people did, but I feel he did it best. I think he did it better than Autumn, you know, Autumn, Autumn people. You know what I mean? And that's kind of why I feel like his music can sort of translate to people who don't like rap or you know, because as he said, this ain't really rap. You just gotta listen. Like you just have to listen, cause yeah, like it's really not. It's like it's more like a R&B type of feel, which plug-in B like duh, you know what I mean? But it's just yeah. Um. Anyway, the next category, the next reason why he's one of the best artists is beat selection slash producers, and you know I wouldn't call it like a fall off, but his music and his albums maybe have definite like it's just not as good like as like nothing more nothing less what we have, and like obviously right I don't think I've heard like anything that's as good as them, and maybe I'm just glazing, bro. Like this is crazy glaze, but yeah, um but it's because his beat selection is also like is perfect, you know what I mean? Like it, it just goes with like he's talking. Oh, and the beat matches it so perfectly. I can't really even put it into words because it just goes crazy. But like, take for example a song like "Blood's Always Thicker." Like you can kind of hear it's not really like a upbeat kind of beat, but it's not really like melancholy. It's just kind of like in the middle a little bit. But he like what he does with it, like his lyrics and his flow over it is just it really what I'm saying. It really transforms. It really makes it like like the beautiful song that it is like that. You know, and you know it's probably just subjective, but it's like a lot of people that feel this way too. I'm sure. And again, like it goes, it goes. It could go for any artist. You know what I'm saying? Because people, you know, if you're making music, like it's gonna be people that feel, the type of way that I feel, like say about Summers, about you. You know what I'm saying? But it's really like I don't think there's a lot of artists that could really do like what Summers does. Because as I was saying, like even with his new stuff, he like switched up his sound like a lot, but he still like does his thing, and he still makes like really, really, really good songs, like really good songs, and you know what I mean. So that's really it's really like cause okay with a lot of music you gotta sort of like catch the vibe for it, right? You know what I mean? Like let's say you're not gonna be like just like chilling, you know, and cut on some Osama son. Like you could like he has some songs where you could, but you're not like most of the time you're not gonna be just chilling, throwing some Osama son. But with summers, like you really could throw some summers on at any time of the day, and it'll hit like perfectly. Like you could be just feeling like absolutely, you know what I'm saying, like sad, just straight in a hole. And then Summers is still, he's just gonna be there, you know what I mean? He's just gonna be like straight talking for you, straight, you know. And I feel like that's really where the inspiration for this video came from, because as I had mentioned, it's absolute generational, ting blocked me. And shit, I don't even know why, bro. Like, shit crazy. I don't even think I really did nothing. It's crazy. Um, but you could. So I was just like listening to hella Summers, like more than like on a increased volume. You know what I mean? And it's still just it hits the same every time. Like it's so like it's so good. You know what I mean? Like his music is just like genuinely like beautiful, bro. And as I was saying, like you could be in any type of mood in the summers, it's still gonna hit. Like it's still gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like yeah. Um, like that just got me thinking, bro. And I've been, you know, when I'm like, couple decades down the road, cleaning up the house or something with my kids, I'm gonna throw on summers. Like I'm gonna put on like nothing more, nothing less. And we're just gonna like start cleaning. And I really feel like Summer, he's like one of those artists that like, you know, as I was saying before, like he goes like multiple like different generations can understand even though even if they're not like into the music. Like I feel like, hopefully I pray my kids will like get it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like up there, like there's gotta be how you know people in like the '60s and '70s felt with like the Beatles when they were coming out. Like how they're he's like generational. Like he's like a generational talent, so to speak. And it's really it's crazy. But yeah, this what 12, 13 minutes of just straight glaze. um anyway, I think that's probably about it. I mean, that's really I feel like that's about all I wanted to say. Um yeah, you know, thank you for listening, I guess.